finish because I have my cat. My husband works at McDonald's the night shift, and the light shines brightly in there early in the morning. So I'm going to make some curtains to go right there. So I'm going to measure everything, you know, so that we'll have the right size and all. So I'll show you the material that I'm going to use. I got this big old roll of material today, and it is it's upholstery material, but that's what I'm going to use to make my curtains out of. It's thin enough, and I believe it'll keep the light out. So I need to do my measuring, and then we'll get started. I have got some of this cut off, what I need. So all I need to do is level it up to make both sides even. Because when you cut it off, it's not going to cut straight. So we're going to try to level all of it up we can. And this stuff is, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like just a bunch of threads. And for some reason, it's not cutting. Let me get my other one. Maybe it'll cut it. It's sharper. I always cut other stuff with it. Yeah, look at there. Can you see how the threads are? And all. But this is real pretty material. We have red on this side, which is pretty good. And then we have a green. And this is the color I want to show in my bedroom. So now that we got that trimmed down, what I'm going to do now is, I only need one big piece like this. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to turn it in half, like this. Get over here where I can turn it. And I want it to be all even. And of course, it's not going to go that way, because I want it to. Okay. Now we're going to half it in half, like that. There we go. Now we got it. Make sure that we're doing good down here. Doing good all the way. Alright. Now then. Those furry parts are going to go on the outside of the window. So now I want to cut it in half. And this should give me what I need to make both curtains. So, now I'm going to go look and see what I can do about finding some trim for it and all. And then I'll be back. Found some real pretty green that will go good with it, so I'm happy with that. So what I need to do now is I need to fold it up so that I can cut it down into some strips. And we have the factory edge here, so I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to want the first one to be 4 inches. So I need two being 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is my first one. I think 3 would probably be better. Yeah, let's go 3. So I want 2 of them that's 3 inches. This is what the rod is going to go through. Okay? Now the rest of them, I'm going to want 2 inches. Get this lined up here, and we are going to go the rest of them 2 inches. So whenever I get these 2 inches all the way down, done. Then I'll be back. Okay, I have 2 stacks here. And then I got one to go here and one to go here that are 3 inches because they'll go across the top with the, for the rod. Now what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to go through and I'm going to sew each of them like this, so I'll have one continuous one all the way down to line it all the way around with it. So when I get these done, so okay, I don't know if you know what you're doing, if you've done this, but you sew it down here, then when you open it up, it'll be one continuous one. So when I get those done, then I'll be back. If you have pins like this, the heads keep on falling off. So instead of throwing that needle away, save them for ironing. And when you do it, you do them, fold it in half and you put a pin on it. And then you iron it down. And that way you don't have any heads in the way or anything in the way to make it where you cannot iron it. And all you gotta do is just take them out and go for it again. Now I've already done sewed all these down. So as I'm ironing, I just take and cut off the excess that I don't need and making sure I don't cut into my seam there. So all I do is just fold it in half and I put a pin. And I just go on up, put another pin, just a good old chunk that I'm going to iron. Then that way, when I iron it, they all iron to halfway every time. And it runs out a whole lot smoother. So I hope that tidbit helped you. Okay, I got my ironing done. And I went ahead and I ironed this down and ironed the 2 sides of it. So we have those ironed and these. Now it's time to put these on. So what I'm going to do, drop it to the floor, is I want to take, and I'm going to do it on the green side. That's the side that I want to show. And I want it to look the best. So I'm going to start up here in the corner, which will go the opposite direction here. And I'm going to put the folded side, you see here how it's folded? I'm going to put it, the 2 ends right here. But I'm going to fold this in and up like that so that it'll look good right here on the very end. And I'm going to pin them all the way around. There we go. Pin it all the way around like this. So when I get this done, I'll be back. Got it all the way around. I don't know if you can sit down there on the floor, but I like this right here, so I'm leaving that. And I think I have enough just on this one and all to do the other one. So I'm going to cut this off right here, and I'm going to do it like I did the other side. And then I'm going to sew them on, and then we'll be back. Alrighty, once you get this right here sewn all the way around, then you take and you come back and you fold this in the back, and you pin it down all the way around. And then you go back and you sew it. And this is what it's going to look like. All the way around. So that looks pretty good to me. So what we're going to do next is we are going to lay it out. I want green, I want green, I want green. Okay, lay it out. Then we're going to take our next strip like this. And I lost my ruler, there it is. And we are going to go like 2 inches down. 2 inches down. Let's try this again. We'll put 2 inches down like this. And we're going to pin this across, but we need to sew these ends first so that they will stay under. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew my ends down, and I'm going to put 2 inches down, and on the bottom of it, I have this pretty stuff that we are going to put right here at the bottom. You fold this right here over so you have your salvage or your garbage, and then you just sew it right down here like this all the way. I wonder if it would look good on top. You know what? I think it would look good on top. We may just put that bad baby on the top and sew it down. So here we go with that. I'm going to sew these 2 ends, put it an inch, 2 inches from the top down. So when I get all that done, then we'll come back and we'll take a gander around and see what they look like. Got both of them done. So now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of these. Now what I have done is I have put both of these sides together like this. But we needed the opposite of the fringes. So we want one fringe going that direction and one fringe going the other direction. So we'll have the fringe on the outside the way we want them. So now then, this is what I'm going to do from here. I'm going to put it from right here underneath the green lining, and I'm going to mark 2 inches. I'm going to go right here in the middle. I'm going to mark 2 inches. And then down here at the end, 2 inches. So therefore we have 2 inches going straight across. Now I'm going to lay this down on the marks like this. Make sure some of it's hanging over on both sides just a little bit. Just enough for your rod. And then I'll pick this one up and I'm going to start pinning it down. Now the reason why we do it like this is so we make sure that we don't have the fringe going both the same identical way. That would be mean. And we don't want that. We want the fringes on going together, or we want them on the outside. But I kind of like them fringes. Alright, so I got that one tied down. So now we're going to fold this down underneath. And now I'm going to grab this. I'm going to fold this in because there's no need in us not going ahead and sewing it down the same time we do the other. So we're going to go ahead. I don't want both of them. I only want one. And we're just going to go down where the seam line will be. So as we're getting the seam line, we're also getting this fringy stuff here. I think this is going to look great. My husband already likes it. So that makes it better when your husband likes it too. Shows we get along pretty well. So whenever I get these done, I'll be able to hang them up in the window. And hopefully Emily will be awake by then, because she is in her nap now. And we do not want to disturb no naps. So I guess I will see you whenever this gets done. The curtain's done, of course. You cannot see them except for right there. And how nice they look. Now, look at how much of the darkness we have. Hardly any light coming through at all. So it did its job.